Friends, Namaskar. Our country is a melting point of languages. As per the 2011 census, our country has 122 major languages and 1,599 other languages. Isn't it amazing that in spite of such great linguistic diversity, our country has been able to pull together as a nation? Something to be proud of, something to be happy. At the same time, ever since the independence of India, there have been repeated attempts to make Hindi as a national language. Many arguments were put forward in favor of making Hindi as a national language. But on the other hand, there are also equally opposing voices in the country against making Hindi as a national language, because there are many other languages equally important in this country, and it would not be right that they all be subsumed under one language. The struggle has been going on and on. But this issue of making Hindi as a national language has once again resurfaced in the light of the recently released National Education Policy. The policy almost insists on the need to impart primary education in one's own mother tongue. I see some merits in this argument, for the simple reason that children learn concepts early in their life, and these concepts are related to their immediate life surroundings. It becomes easier for them to learn concepts. But what is problematic in this policy? The problematic area in this policy is its insistence on non-Hindi speaking people learning Hindi. If you look at the country today, all the state governments transact their administrative business in their own state languages. Only when they have to deal with the central government, they have to either use English or Hindi. It's important that in the present context, where we have latest technologies, we can have instantaneous translations of any language to another language. And therefore, I think there is little merit in advancing this argument that Hindi must be spoken by all people across the country. In addition to this, if you look at the parliamentary procedures, the Hindi speaking members have a greater advantage over the non-Hindi speakers of the House. The wisdom, the views, and experience of non-Hindi speakers are often not sufficiently highlighted in the House proceedings, as we know. Friends, it is this imbalance that needs to be corrected, because a person might be an excellent orator in his own language, but when he has to express himself in another language which is not familiar to him, he cannot rise to his best performances. And therefore, I think we need to be sensitive to people who speak different languages in this country. Language, dear friends, is something like a religious belief, very personal and valuable to each individual. Just as you cannot enforce a religious belief on any individual, so also an individual should not be forced to learn a language which is not of his choice. What is important in a country like India is to create a free atmosphere, open atmosphere, wherein people can learn languages and express themselves as they choose. What is most critical in a country like India, dear friends, is to cultivate that sense of Indianness, to be proud of a citizen of this country, no matter what language they choose to express that inner feeling of Indianness. Thank you.